Hello, my dear friends. Yes, it's Brother Sean, the barefoot Franciscan with the husky voice. Forgive me. I would like to share with you just a heart reflection for this beautiful time of year, spring. But we're celebrating now the wonderful Paschal Mystery, a culmination of almost 40 days of Lent, where we're preparing to celebrate the birth of love and light divine, when on Good Friday Jesus surrendered himself as an offering of love for you and me. But this morning in our morning prayer, I read a message from the Cosmic Christ to our brothers and sisters who join me from around the world for our morning prayer. And I would like to share those words with you, if I may. Stop trying to work things out before their time has come. Accept the limitations of living one day at a time. When something comes to your attention, ask me whether or not it is part of today's agenda. If it isn't, release it into my care and go on about today's duties. When you follow this practice, there will be a beautiful simplicity about your life, a time for everything and everything in its time. A life lived close to me is not complicated or cluttered. When your focus is on my presence, many things that once troubled you lose their power over you. Though the world around you is messy and confusing, remember that I have overcome the world. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. Stop trying to work things out before their times have come. Wow. What's your heart saying to you when you hear that? Well, my heart is saying back off from reading your horoscopes, not that I do. But how many of us need to know what the future holds when we already have that information encoded, oh yes we do, in our soul's DNA. I guess we're a contradiction in many ways, aren't we? On a cellular level we know, we accept, we trust. On another level we doubt, we fear, we procrastinate. I guess we're like a Jewish mama. We're trying to do all things well for the children, but somehow we get it wrong. In today's society, there is such a hunger, isn't there, for peace? There's an innate desire that we all get on, that we're liked, we're loved, we're respected. But somewhere along the way, we have lost sight of the simplicity of trust. We need to become little gods like Hitler, like Stalin, Mussolini. History has condemned them for their atrocities, where they abused the gift of free will and enslaved too many to count to a miserable existence. And yet people blame God. I don't know why they do, but they do. And it wasn't God. God gave you and I free will. He gave me free will to sit in front of this camera and share with you a heart's response. To stop trying to manipulate God. To stop trying to pigeonhole God into your own mindset. And that's what many are doing today. They're coming out with the most outlandish statements, profound channelings, and they're no more about God, but more about ego. So when we read the word stop trying, what is that really saying? Well, for me it's saying be still. Retreat from the mindset of fear, from a world that has lost sight of its divinity. And Gaia must be weeping at what you and I and our brothers and sisters are doing around the world. When you look at the atrocities being committed against God's children by mankind, it's hard to take on board. So rather than engage with that drama and lose heart, we sit in the presence of the I Am Presence, and we hold that promise from Jesus, from the Father, Mother, God of all faiths. I am with you. I am with you because I have never left you. I have never abandoned you. You may have abandoned me because of entertaining an ideology that's impractical, unachievable, and it leaves you in a place of fear. And yet when you look at all the holistic magazines today, and you go on the internet and you see all the mind, body, spirit seminars and webinars and exhibitions, the trail of clairvoyance and psychic mediums is unbelievable. So that says to me that man and woman are hungry for truth. But are they? Or are they just downright curious and wanting to know what their wants are? Will their wants be given to them? Their fast house, their expensive clothes? Will they get that divorce from that miserable whatever that they're shackled to? Does it really matter whether we know what tomorrow brings or not? Because if we spend our lifetime worrying about the future and what's going to happen to me or you, aren't we missing out on the miracle of now, the present moment? Yesterday is history. We bless it. Tomorrow is mystery. We welcome it. But today is the miracle. Why can't we embrace it? Why do we stall so much? Like a damp battery on a wet morning, we splutter, we start. Why can't we just, as a civilization, just come into the presence of the Supreme and say, here I am. Here I am, use me. But first, help me understand. Help me embrace you in my life. Help me love you for who you are, not for what I want you to be for me. And again, the cosmic Christ says to us, I am taking care of you. Trust me at all times. Trust me in all circumstances. Trust me with all your heart. When you are weary and everything seems to be going wrong, you can still utter these 4 words. I trust you, Jesus. By doing so, you release matters into my control, and you fall back into the security of my everlasting arms. And he says, before you arise from your bed in the morning, I have already arranged the events of your day. Every day provides many opportunities for you to learn my ways and grow closer to me. Signs of my presence brighten even the dullest day. When you have eyes that really see, search for me as for hidden treasure. I will be found by you. I will be found by you. Enjoy this moment. Now it's gone. It's history. I look back on my life and I realize all the years I wasted by daydreaming, imagining the fields at the other side of the mountain were greener than the ones I was stood on. What a fool I was. But I'm human. But that doesn't say I shouldn't try to recapture the miracle of the now, this moment. This is the greatest prayer that we have, to celebrate in the now and embrace a loving Father, Mother God who loves us. Namaste.